What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why? 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 Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake, 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 fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your old boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome to my, what should I call this? I guess this is call what it is. A little bit of a live stream. I'm going to check out some NWA Great American Bash 1986. This one took place, I forgot the date. What was it? July 26th of 1986 at the Greensboro Coliseum. At least I remember that part, right? Um, Pretty good card here. I need a hold on. As usual. I am. But yeah, decent little card we got here for the little what? Yes, July 26th, 1986. This was when this event took place at the Greensboro Coliseum. Thought it'd be interesting to do this. You know, it is Independence Day weekend. Of course, I want to be like everybody else, kind of take a complete day off, unwind, and hang out and whatnot. Um, but yeah, hopefully, let me go ahead and say this too to everybody. Hey, everybody be safe, watch your speed, don't drink and drive. Speaking of drinking, hey, let's join in, have a cold one here. What's going on, Joe King? So, usually this is a tradition on Fridays, but you know what? This is kind of like some of our Fridays. Those you had to work this holiday weekend, cheers to you as well. So, cheers to America. Today was a mighty hot day. Mighty frustrating, draining week for me. Uh, should have should have put some pictures up. I was going to, but totally forgot about that. But anyway, um, so yes, gonna check this out this week. Actually, I'm just kind of running my mouth right now, still installing. So anybody who wants to join in the stream can go ahead and join in. Go ahead, get this out of the way too. Hey, if you're joining me live, hit me up in the chats. Let's share some. This all is this going to be. We're going to watch a video from 1986. Shoot the breeze. If you got a cold one, bombs up. Don't have to be beer, wine. It can be a soda. It can be water. It can be Gatorade. It can be Kool Aid. Anything that's cold to drink right now, enjoy. But yeah, if you're joining me live, hit me up in the chat, like Joe King here said. What's going on? Um, I'm doing pretty good right now. But yeah, so yeah, if you join me in the chat, just share some memories. We're just going to shoot the breeze here, relaxed, no big deal. like I said, we got Sam Houston versus Steve Regal, Flat Bart and the Barbarian versus Downtown Denny Brown and the Italian Stallion. Loaded glove on a pole match. Baron Von Raschke versus Manny Fernandez. Indian strap match. Wahoo McDaniel versus Jimmy Garvin. Tape fish match. Tully Blanchard versus Ronnie Garvin. Tag team match. The Andersons, Arn and Ole Anderson versus the Rock and Roll Express. Hair versus Hair. Jimmy Valiant versus Paul Jones. Match number 4 in the best of 7 series for the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. Phantom TA against Nikita Koloff. Steel cage 6-person tag match. Uh, Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express going against Baby Doll and the Road Warriors. And the main event for the NWA World Title, it is Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes in a cage. So, uh, kind of, I think this is a little bit of a historic card here we're about to check out. So yeah, hit me up in the comments, share some memories if you got any, or if you're just a young person watching this for the first time, hey, give your opinions. Uh, we're not gonna rash you too hard if you got negative feelings about this. But hey, that's what being fans are for. We rib each other if we have to. Also, help your boy out. Give me that thumbs up button and be a champ and click on that subscribe button. All right, this is going to be kind of a long show, so let's get this thing going here. Let's see. Let me. I did share it. Uh, Part of the description of this video, but I will share it again. The link to the video and in the chat here. There you go. And whenever you folks are ready, let me know, and I'll do the countdown. We'll press play and get this show on the road. I should. So I am ready when you folks. Sorry, I got the. Uh, while we were waiting for everybody to get ready, I got the Georgia Bulldog fight song in my head because I was looking at the chant, then I looked at the what was public domain, and um, I listened to the Georgia fight song a couple times. I got it like stuck in my head. I'm not gonna sing it, but it got stuck in my head. Which brings me to let me see if I can find it. Oh, got it now. Short little promo here. Let's go. Okay, got one person good to go. But while it's on the tip of my tongue, no or September 27th, 2025, I will be a guest on Cap's Facebook Live doing a live stream of the Alabama versus Georgia game. That's the reason I was kind of looking up stuff. Uh, Kind of look up kind of what we do as far as intro music and all that uh, for the show because a little fancy interest. I like interest music, and I think it's because I like interest music. It's like I'm a geek about that. But anyway, so with that out of the way, let me scroll on back down here. Boom, there we are. All right, going to give a countdown and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. And I keep forgetting this guy's name. He's like a longtime Charlotte Jim Crockett ring announcer. So yeah, like I said, this is not the Lord Steven Regal that some of you people are familiar with. This is Mr. Electricity Steve Regal. Of course, we got Sam Houston here, the brother of Jake the Snake Roberts and Rockin' Robin. I think what year did he start? Was it was it 85 he started, Sam Houston? So he's probably right around a year, maybe a year and a half wrestling at this point. Of course, he adopted the name Sam Houston, so he's got which I think he's from that area anyway. And of course, Sam Houston's getting the chick pop. Yeah, young Hebner. 'Cause sometimes I wasn't too good about listening to referees' names, and sometimes when I heard it, I thought, okay, since they're somewhere else, they might use a different name. But I did not realize they were twin brothers. Young whippersnapper. Yep, Sam Houston. And listen to that crowd. I mean, just that right hand people just went boom. I mean, crowd was like into like every almost every if they liked the people, like of course the chicks dug Sam Houston. So of course they're going to get into him. How's my sound right now, by the way? Is it good? Or Sam Houston whispering sweet nothings to Steve Regal? All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I just pressed a different button here. He's pulling my drawers, boy. Yeah, he's pulling my drawers. And because I'm quite stupid, right? That's 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 Dave Hebner, right? Dave Hebner was in Crockett. He pulling the bloomers. Earl, okay. Hey Earl, we'll fire you. Hire your brother Dave. Keep letting him pull on my bloomers, pull on my drawers. Oh, they did? Okay. I didn't quite hear it. I wasn't paying attention. I was kinda I was trying to figure out what the ring I was not too much trying to figure out who the announcer what the announcer's name was. Because you see a lot of just about any kind of Crockett stuff, like videos or anything, like house shows or anything, he's the one doing the ring announcing. Now, except for Georgia, I think when they first, bought Georgia, I think they still let Freddie Miller do that, but nice. Yeah, I mean, I if you see me looking down, it's because I got my phone right here that I don't need the internet. That way I can use all that internet, whatever they call it, for this. Ooh, right, right in the bread, right in the bread basket. Mighty close though. Now Steve Regal also used a corkscrew elbow for a finisher. So it was like, but him and Buddy Landell both used a corkscrew elbows. Well, Buddy Landell used a corkscrew, then the figure four. Regal just used the corkscrew elbow, and sometimes you use a corkscrew. Sometimes you just use a just to hit the ropes and a big elbow. Missed one, got him with another one. Come on, Sammy. Sammy. Anybody ever watch that show, Supernatural? Sam and Dean Winchester. Not the best show in the world, but the soundtrack's pretty good. Some of the banter between the brothers are pretty good. Some of the dialogue's pretty good. But I forgot what season. I think it's like for the third season. They pretty much had the same end of the season cliffhanger. It's not a show I would like highly recommend. But every now and then you'll hear, you know, Sam's doing something and Dean's, Sammy, where you at? So I guess I gotta do some commentary for this because there's no Tony Schiavone or David Crockett or Bob Caudle, Johnny Weaver. Guess they got the night off. Come on. Earl Gander, tell them to open those fists up. I can do commentary in Japanese too. I can't really. Get old Houston there with a reversal. Looks like old Sam Houston's getting that second win. Crowd getting behind him. Went hard in a turnbuckle. Monkey flip. And Mr. Regal said, I think I about had enough here. High elevation. 1, 2. Kick out by Regal. Yeah, they've added the Bash 85 and they added another 86, but it's like the day, like the day after I said I was going to do this, they added 80, or the day I announced I was going to do this and YouTube did not have it. Um, they put out Bash 85. Oh, you big dummy! He's going to use the ropes, ref. Oh, ref, come on! He cheated. He used the ropes. You didn't see that shit? We're gonna fire Earl and hire Dave. But anyway, yeah, as soon as I said it, they announced 85, and then they got, I think the next day or day after they added another or a Bash 86, but not this one. Oh, now you want to act like you got some kind of authority. Match is over, dipstick. And this is the part where, I, look, Steve, I gotta sit there and ask you, did you use it? Of course, because I know you're gonna tell me the truth. You say you didn't do it. Nothing to do, Sammy. Sammy. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I guess I guess they restarted the match here. I didn't hear nothing. They trading left and right. No, this is a little bit after match brawl. That way, that way, good old Sam Houston can stand tall, and he might not have won the match, but by God, he still got over. That's how it's done. Joe, do you see what I see by your name? There's like a crown #1. Did you put that there? I have not. I don't know if you had it last time, but I see it now. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. You're a top fan. I, I'll take a picture in a minute. Yeah, on this chat thing it says you're a top fan, so that's where you got like it's like in purple. You got the crown #1. I was like, damn, wait, is this your tribute to Holly Race? But yeah, Mr. Electricity's won this one. I think he was on this tour too, or this summer bashes where he won the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember the promo. Uh, Somebody won something, and then he mentioned that. Oh yeah, the gold came to him, so I got me some gold too. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there you go. You don't really win anything with 75 XP. The Barbarian. Dadgum Black Bart. It's Dadgum Black Bart from Dadgum, Texas. I'm not sure now, but apparently, not at this time, but a few years after this, he became the world spaghetti eating champion. He ate like more spaghetti at one sitting than anybody. And there he is, downtown, Danny Brown. At this time, the current NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion. Notice who's not refereeing this match. No, Tommy Young. I don't know. My minute around this time, Tommy Young didn't want to be nowhere around the Barbarian. We got Dead Gum Black Bart. May he rest in peace. And Barbarian, he's pretty jacked at this point, but at one point he was jacked and freaking ripped. Like when he first formed the Powers of Pain with Warlord in the NWA, then he went to the WWF. Yep, the damn legend. Downtown. Downtown Danny Brown from Uptown. Think you'll get a clean break from Black Bart? You Daggum! Daggum head scissors. Another daggum head scissors. Oh. Alright, daggum it. I'm bigger than these. I'm bigger than these whippersnappers. Daggum Black Bart, by golly. Daggum, I'm teaming with a barbarian here who can whip all three of us while sitting down. Yeah, 86 was it was pretty much my I guess because like I said, I started watching probably about tail end 85 and on through 86, so this was like a new experience. And I 86 is one of those years that you know I guess if you want to be sentimental about it, I hold near dear to my heart. 80, 86 Crockett, 86 Mid South UWF, 86 Continental, 86 Memphis. It was all pretty daggum good. All right, here comes Spaghetti Boy. See what he can do. You know what? I did not plan to have spaghetti tonight. Now I'm wanting spaghetti. I got some. Well, because spaghetti is my after Friday wrestling goal Friday night uh treat to myself. He said, "No, no, no, dadgummit." That is the Italian meatball head stomp armbar. Yes, just by everybody. Have you ever go back and watch some stuff like, especially around this time? You had Dean Brown just done it. Terry Taylor done it. Of course, Buddy Landell would do it. Everybody will do the Ric Flair style knee drop. Uh oh. Uh oh. Business is about to pick up. Look who's in there. The movie star himself, the Barbarian. I think he was still okay, a little before this, I think it was called Conga the Barbarian, but now I think this got rid of Conga part, call him the Barbarian. He said, "Oh, did you hear what happened to Tommy Young when he made me upset?" And yes, I'm sorry. I know he's helping a little bit, but man, you still gotta be strong to make sure he's up and lands safely. That's another thing. Barbarian had probably one of the best big boots. The boots to the face. Like Bruiser Brody, as always, had the best version. Barbarian tested pretty good one. Let's see who else. Okay, trying top five. Not really Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan just put his leg up and they ran into it. I mean, it was obvious they just ran into it. That was a daggum clothesline. There's a daggum fist drop. That's a daggum Texas chokehold. Oh, downtown trying to make a little comeback here, but got cut off. Move. Oh, it moved. Big daggum leg from daggum Black Bart. Danny Brown's probably rethinking his life at this point. Thinking, where did I go wrong? I'm the fucking junior heavyweight champion. Why am I sitting here getting my ass kicked like this? It should be Spaghetti Boy over there. Okay. Uh, if you watch 80s, that's it means move. Yeah, usually if a wrestler, especially a heel wrestler, said that's it, he goes for either corner turnbuckle or top rope move. That means that wrestler's going to move. All right, here comes Spaghetti Boy, fist and fire. I don't know if you want to do that, but by God, you can't build up strength in the eyes. Yes, probably one of the greatest flying headbutts ever. Halfway across the ring, puts his nuts in his face, and that's it. The flying headbutt with the nuts and ass in his opponent's faces always ends it. Very solid, very convincing win, but by the Dadgum Black Barton, the Barbarian. No controversy there. I guess downtown Danny Brown said, "Look, tell you what, I'll get my ass kicked the whole match, but you're eating a pin on this one, buddy, because I am the NWA World Junior So yes, basically Baron von Reschke is a East German ca- Nazi gimmick, and we learned especially recently here in Georgia, that that gimmick ain't gonna fly no more. And we got the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Yep. And say what you want about Manny Fernandez, but I always thought he was always pretty solid in the ring. He flowed pretty smoothly sometimes. I know he's got some freaking hard chops himself. Manny Fernandez, when I get you in that ring and I apply my call hold, the bull will, I'll turn you into steaks, bull. Tell him, Paul Jones. Oh crap! Yes, he was. I think right here too. I think let's see, 86. I think he was pretty much done. Talking about Baron von Raschke. I think it's pretty much done around 88, 89, right? I know he did like heel babyface in AWA for a while. Buddy, let go of my britches. Oh, I'll get that lot. Oh, no, daddy. This is a Raging Bull coming for you, daddy. With my backhand, daddy. I'll climb up there, get that glove like I did in 85, daddy. When the bull went up against Abdullah. I got my sombrero, daddy. I say Rasky fared better than the Invader when he was taking those knee drops. Hurry up, get your ass up there, Rasky. Rasky is still alive, right? Hey, wasn't Rasky also a school teacher as well? Or was a school teacher? Or became a school teacher? There we go with the chance of bald headed geek for Fairpont Rasky, obviously. And could this be the night that Paul Jones becomes a bald headed geek? So yeah, Baron von Raschke here uh, had a stint in the U.S. Army. was born in Nebraska. I mean, that's as American corn fed as anything else. Play the German. Play some football as well. So yes, he was a substitute teacher. Okay, so I guess he did independence and officially retired in 1996. Oh, he's got the claw hold on the bull. Oh, see that claw hold was so powerful that would, you know, bust a could bust a blood vessel on the head. Might look like a razor mark, but it would cause wrestlers to bust open. Oh, he's got a match tonight, so no, it's not. It's not. Forget the fact that Paul Jones was a successful, I guess, successful wrestler in his own right. He was never a jobber, or if he was, it was like early part of his career. But because he was like a Florida champion and uh, multi-time Mid Atlantic TV tag team champion and tag team champion. Oh wow, there's a so there's a documentary about Baron von Raschke. Oh, the claw. Filling the claw with blood. He likes his steaks rare. That's why you see the blood. Oh, now he's gonna go for the glove. Get the glove. I need the glove. Now, see, Baron got the glove first. But I got a feeling. Oh, never mind. My bad. I was about to say, got a feeling that Manny Fernandez is gonna be able to use it as well, or he will use it. And I come from behind, backdoor win. But he's paying for it. Whoop, he slipped out of there. So no, I done had that claw hole long enough, I'm busted open. We go. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin against Wahoo McDaniel. Now, I'm pretty sure at this point in his wrestling career, and this point in with working with Jim Crockett Promotions, with a booker being Dusty Rhodes, he's thinking, "What I do to deserve this? What? How did I get the draw to appeal with Wahoo? Wahoo chops very hard. I'm gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. I want to be chopped hard. And oh, by the way, his signature match is an Indian strap match. So now I'm in an Indian strap match with Wahoo McDaniel, who chops very hard. I'm not going to tell the big Indian, former NFL player, to do those chops in the dressing room. Yeah, you know this is '80s right here. You definitely know this is that she really said do not smoke during this match. And yes, boys and girls, at the yeah, you young folks out there, 86, you can smoke inside arenas. You can smoke inside restaurants. You can smoke inside airplanes. If you work at an office, guess what? While you're typing something, you can have a cigarette while you're doing that. Oh, Patty. Yes, the Indian strap-on match. Yes, in case y'all didn't know, Precious there is the real life wife of gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. This point where Jimmy Garvin was like, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I gotta sit here and be beat up. Not only just physically beat up by Wahoo and his chops, you give Wahoo a freaking leather strap to beat me up with. Who did I make mad? Did I make you mad, Dusty? Did I upset you anyway, Jimmy Crockett? If so, I'm sorry. Yes. Indian strap match, basically kind of like the bull rope match, chain match. Uh, Big leather strap is tied to both wrestlers' wrists, and they just go at it. See, I don't think I would want to be in a match like this. If I had my choice, no chain match, bull rope match, or strap match, I'd almost want to pick the chain match. Maybe the bull. I don't know. Sometimes you get those rope burns, but that's the reason I picked the chain match. But the Indian strap match where you want to whip me. I mean, because when you do, you're doing leather. You got to make the noise. So you got to hit your opponent hard enough to at least make some noise, which is going to hurt. And Wahoo, I heard, remember the story correctly. Wahoo once gave Gene Anderson a chop. So he botched it a little bit. Him in his teeth hit Gene Anderson in his teeth and causes you know basically causes some of his teeth to get embedded more into the gums and wound up breaking a couple of his teeth. But Gene was a tough one. Hit the post. Guess what, folks? Back in the day, if your head hit that post, that's right, it might bust you open. We see red turn to green. And no, that wasn't a leather strap. That was Wahoo's bare hand on Jimmy Garvin's chest. Oh yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's his. You got to touch four corners to win the match. Drag your opponents to four corners to win the match. That's two. That's three. Wrestling chain match is supposed to do the same thing. I always thought the bull rope match is supposed to do the same thing as well, but lately I think I've seen a couple that didn't do it. Oh, watch it, Wahoo. I think he's trying to do the same to Jimmy Jam Garvin. Okay, they didn't move that camera so I can, there he goes, and It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what to do here. I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm getting chopped. I'm getting hit with a leather belt, and they want me to bleed too. I am gorgeous Jimmy Jam Garvin. Like I said, I guess since Ric Flair had the woo, you know, so everybody will woo now when somebody's delivering a chop. Butter chop, yeah, they look pretty stiff, but man, get the Indian up. Dang it. Who might take her back to her TP? It's TP. And in his face, a crimson mask. Try this again. Your woman trips me up again. I'm gonna beat you some more. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Very convincing. Not really that dramatic of a finish, but we get the fight afterwards. Kind of thicken the plot even more. All right, Indians loose. We got to go. Big man's loose. We got to go, Precious. And see, no, I mean, this is good point. This is nice little stipulation match. The star of this match is that Indian strap. So notice there was no chair brought into the ring. There was no thumbtacks, no table, no cylinder block, no uh wrench needles. Just two guys fighting it out. The only, I guess, other object you had in this match is when Precious was hitting Wahoo with that spray bottle. But other than that, they kept it the way it's supposed to be. It's an Indian strap match. We're going to use this Indian strap here. We ain't gonna use all that other shit. We don't need that other shit. We got Indian strap match. We got a strap. Here we go. Old Tully Blanchard, one of the members of the Four Horsemen. Well, there's manager James J. Dillon. Of course, he's facing a man with hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin. I believe this is a tape fist match. Yeah, yeah, the tape fist match, I was like, "Take it or leave it." Wasn't one of the things I was impressed. Uh-oh, there it is. Bam! Unfortunately, it's before the bell rang, so yes, those you don't know, Ron Garvin's finishing move was a, knockout right hand and the Garvin stomp. Tully, you just got knocked the fuck out. You might want to get out of there or he's gonna get knocked the hell out. So basically, it's a boxing type match, last man standing match for the rounds. Yeah, if a boxing match bumped uglies with a last man standing match, you'd have your tape fist match. Except they didn't do a three knockdown rule. I thought you said that by a minute. Oh, okay. A minute has passed. Now we got one more minute left. Oh, Earl Hebner busy, and I think so far he's officiated every match of the night. So he's like, look, I'm just gonna lay here for a minute. he'll just kind of work around me. He can't do that, but he did. What you gonna do about it, Earl? They can move. They can move. I was like, look, I want to beat on some more. Oh, that looked like it might be in the Webos right there. Now is that the special loaded tape? Oh, that's how he's loading it. Throwing water on it. It's kind of funny watching this, and I remember those Tully and Ron Garvin had a match on TV, and the Horseman had injured Ron Garvin's right hand, so he wasn't really able to deliver that knockout punch. Well, during almost towards the finish of it, I think it was Wahoo or somebody came out and taped because Tully of course was working that hand the whole time, getting heat on the hand. So I think it was Wahoo or somebody came out and taped Ron Garvin's fist up, and Garvin was able to hit Tully, laid him out, covered him, 1, 2, 3. Everybody thinks he's the new national champion, but the ref looked at the hand and seen it was taped up, reversed his decision, gave the belt back to Tully, disqualifying Ron Garvin. I'm thinking now it's like there's not too many if they most wrestlers now when they have tape on their hand, had their fist taped as it's not just a wrist, it's a hand and you know fist like CM Punk, Triple H will have like one of his fist taped up. Oh yeah, Tully was a great heel. Apparently that was kind of his person. That was his real personality. It was kind of from what I think even Tully said it by himself. He was kind of a prick. Oh, we got the fireworks shooting off tonight. All right, they're pretty screwing up here. Must be counting there, ref. Uh-oh, what's Tully got? Got the nuts, coins. Oh yeah, he's got some nuts. Of course, ref didn't see that, ref. Damn it, Earl, we're gonna fire. Like I said, we're gonna fire you. Hire Dave. Bullshit there, ref. He had nuts. He had the brass knuckles. Oh, I guess they reversed the decision. Oh, boo. always telling the crowd, acknowledge me. We got Robert Gibson against, excuse me, straight that Ole Anderson. Ole didn't play around. Of course, supposedly, Robert Gibson also belongs in the Human Jump Rope Club. Tapping in that corner. Robert escapes again. You want to talk about people in good shape? I mean, look at Arn here. I mean, not the chisel, you know, muscle bound, ripped wrestler, but you can tell, Arn's in pretty good shape here. Spends just enough time in the gym. Who, Ole and Arn Anderson, or the Rock and Roll? Rock and Roll is still going, baby. Sometimes, maybe I don't know. I think one. Oh, Ole's probably, yeah, yeah. Robert, I'll sell for you, but that little Ricky Morton. Yeah, but I think Ole was on tail end. He was ready to hang him up, retire. He made his money. Um, he wasn't. He didn't want to be the full time, at least a full time wrestler anymore. Okay, the significance of the whole kind of pointing at his nose and pointing at Ricky. They did an angle earlier this year where the Horseman broke Ricky Morton's nose. Horseman beat the hell out of R&R this year in '86. Crashed up Ricky's face, broke his nose, broke Robert's ribs. see. Long-lasting tag team Road Warriors. They last a long time. Um, you could probably easily say the Bruiser and the Crusher, but that was before our time. Um, the Hardys, Dudley Boys, um, New Day. New Day's been what, 10 years now? Is that right? So yes, back in this day, let's see, Ricky's probably about 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", maybe. Ricky Morton was considered a small guy in '86. 5'10", 227, probably a little lower than that. Now, Ricky was probably in pretty good cardio shape at this time too, because he was working with Ric Flair a lot. Ooh, yes, yeah. Arn Orange Fist. I mean, only reason I guess the Road Warriors not because they're both passed away. But I mean, the Road Warriors last a long time. But yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think yeah, R&R, long time. I mean, there's a few times they kind of split up. You know, there's a time Robert Gism wasn't working in WCW, but Richard Morton was. What we seen, last week on Wrestling Gold Friday night at WCW Saturday Night Show. I tell you, Holy just not wanting to. Holy's like, "Hey, I'm too old for that." I think seems like there's an or well, I was about to say Midnight Express, but yeah, Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton, Dennis Condrey, then Bobby Eaton, Stan Lane. Oh, good, yeah. I mean, obviously, Lawler's not wrestling anymore at all. Did you hear about Canada charged Jerry when he had that heart attack, charged him like $20,000? I made a joke about that. It's like, "I'm supposed to be free healthcare. They slipped me a bill for $20,000." But hey, WWE did pay for that. They gotta give them credit on that one. Oh, at the figure four on Arn. I was like, God dang, I gotta sell a figure four from this little punk. I mean, Ole, like I said, Ole at this point was sort of tail end of his, full time wrestling career. But Ole was one of these like big barrel chested guys you see back in the good old days. Oh, there we go. Now I'm about to see Ole get mean. I don't know why. Always a fan of Ole Anderson. Like I know I'm supposed to boo the dude, but come on, man. He was making people submit from an armbar. And let's face it here. I mean, how good's Arn? I mean, or how good was Arn? Nothing fancy, but technically sound. High flyer, of course. Oh, there we go. Now I'm about to work that arm, putting the boots to it. All right. If there's any people out there training to be a wrestler or has inspirations of becoming a professional wrestler, you're about to watch the best uh seller in the ring. But yeah, yeah. That's a very yeah, 65 to 17. But yeah, Ricky Warren's about give a lesson on selling. And we got Arn and Ole Anderson in there. They're gonna. I mean, they're not snub, but they're gonna make it. They're gonna make you believe their shit. But yeah, yeah, the Funks. Hell, I mean, like, I mean, granted, the Dudleys and the Hardys both in the '90s, and I guess both the Dudleys are retired now. So But they did have a long career, couple decades, maybe 3. You had the Hardys, 90s until today. And that's actually kind of a point too where, not a lot of time was invested in tag teams. You see Ricky got a fist to the face, and what did he do? He covered up his face, fell in the face. Registering that, yes, I just got hit in the face. Right? Again, Ricky's got that quarter wrapped around him. He's trying to fight it off. Have you noticed the floor there, chat? Joe? No matting. That's solid concrete. Oh, that's it. There's that big knee. Use of the big knee follows the arm bar, and that's it. I didn't go for it. Thumped on the arm. Again, look at him. Oh, tucking that arm in because it's getting hit. It's getting stomped on. Got the big knee on it. Now he's got the arm bar. And of course, at this time, they didn't have tap out. She had to say, "Yep, I quit. I give. Call it a day." Yep. He got Ricky slowly trying to fight back, trying to fight out of it. Needs to make the tag, but can't. Robert's pissed off, so hey, my buddy's getting beat up and I can't do nothing about it. And see, I mean, those right here too. It's a slow fight back. It's not just okay. I'm gonna hit you with like 5 hurricanranas and a super kick, and then I'll die again. You cut me off. There's a kind of a slow come back, couple punches there, a cut off, then mistake by Arn Anderson. Now we got the hot tag. People pop. Here comes Robert. Double ahead and there's the bell. We went Broadway. And what was the time limit? 10, 15 minutes? It was properly paced. Didn't get bored with it. You didn't see everybody shit within the first 2 minutes. Nobody was lost. Everybody knew what to do. Ricky's still sitting there selling his arm. Got stomped on and kneed and kicked and everything else. That's This is stuff just do not see today. And it's a pretty damn shame me just being a fan and I can sit here and watch this and notice this. Notice it from what worked then. It's still a good match to what you got now. Like I said, you'll have if they're doing a hour Broadway or 30-minute Broadway or 15-minute draw. They're lost after because you'll have one person get all their shit in, and the other person get all their shit in by 5-10 minutes. They're lost. They don't know where to go. They already done all their shit. Well, I mean, for his age, and you look at other people about his height and size. Yeah, I think Paul's in decent shape. And Jimmy Valiant at this point, he was kind of a little bit of a comedy act at the time. Oh yeah, people love freaking Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, the man from New York City. I got to meet Jimmy Valiant. Jimmy Valiant's pretty cool. Me, my nephew, and one of my nephew's friends, we got to meet him at a flea market. And this was a long lasting feud as well. I think I want to say almost 84, 85, 86. I want to say almost. But Jimmy, he did the comedy stuff, but knew how to be serious, knew when to be serious, and the fans still ate it up. They loved Jimmy Valiant. Yeah, And let's give so far. Let's give Paul Jones some going for that Indian Deathlock. Dang, it's like not today. Not today, Paul Jones. But yeah, give him credit, man. He's knows how to sneak that foreign object, hide it from the ref, let Rasky sit there and scratch the ref while he's Valiant's got it. Ref's like, I don't give a shit. Oh, there's that glove. Shaska Watley. Oh, Shaska. Long time fan favorite. I mean, wrestlers Pistol Pez Watley, but he dumped a pistol and a Pez and called some Shaska. That's it. Uh-oh. Oh, ref, they used a chair. And see, now you're gonna see where, yeah, sometimes Jimmy Valiant was a comedy act, but this right here, yes, like you said, this scene I remember not fondly, but remember clearly. And it's like I said, a lot of stuff Jimmy Valiant was doing at this time, a little bit of comedy stuff, but come here, Tony Schiavone, give me some sugar. Or do somebody or something like that. But yeah, had a long feud with Paul Jones and his army. See right here, Jimmy Valiant. He know he lost. He know he got screwed, but at the end of the day, he know he lost. That they already made Shaska Watley a bald headed geek. Don't remember every banger 5-star match in AEW, but I remember storytelling like this. Yeah. He looked at, like I said, Valiant, as serious as a heart attack. He does comedy stuff. Like I said, he's telling man, he's a look, brother. Nothing you do. I know I got screwed. I know they cheated. But at the end of the day, I lost. I don't like it. But by golly, I said if I lose, I'll be a man. I'll sit here in this chair This is upsetting. Big Mama ain't gonna be happy. Like, go with it. And look, I mean, just right there tells your story. Look at that. Look at the demeanor on Jimmy Valiant's face. All fun loving in the beginning, but even though he lost, he knows he got screwed, but he had to be a man and have his head shaved. He's pissed off. He's upset. He's embarrassed. That that picture of that face right there just tells the story. And you tell it's like, storyline wise, of course, hey, that done pissed me the fuck off. If I got, you will pay Paul Jones. This is July '86. We got by the end of the year, you're gonna be bald headed. Would he keep his word? Find out in November. And okay, seriously though, how long was his feud right here? And all it had to do was like hair. How long did this feud last? Like a couple of years. And now everybody, yeah, you're right. Now everybody's bald. I think who was it? Kurt Angle and Edge had a hair versus hair match, and I think later, Kurt Angle wound up losing, of course. And I think not too long after that, did interviews like I was losing my hair anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So yeah, you had not only the hair thing, you had the loser leaves town. Jimmy Valiant lost a match where he had to leave town. He had a good friend named Charlie Brown from downtown. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. Like Paul would had the assassins with him at one time. Had Billy Graham with him one time. I'm here with my street people. That's all I need. They got my back. Well, some of them anyway. Yeah, it was a very long. I mean, because yeah, and like I said, it was like uh, Paul Jones and his army. Yeah, like I said, look at that face. Look how this demeanor changed and everything. Nikita Kurlov. Your God. Now that's a pop. That's that's a natural crowd pop, chick pop. Nothing piped in there. Tommy Young. Nikita Kurlov. Your God. Okay, remember back when we watched it? It was '92. We seen we seen Nikita call up in the match. Here it is, 86, like 6 years, before that. Look how freaking huge and jacked freaking Nikita Koloff is at this time. 6 years later, he went still be big, but not as ripped, not as cut, little doughy. Yes. And I do believe this was a best of 7 series. And Nikita had it 3-1 or 3-0. This is match number 4. And Magnum, man, I sometimes forget how big freaking Magnum was, like stature wise. He was fucking tall and well built himself. But fucking Nikita there, man. Nikita's freaking jacked to the gills. And I tell you this right now, unlike the other guy who's out right now talking about cowboy shit and being a hangman and all that, driving around a electric vehicle, electric truck. You won't see Magnum TA in no electric truck. I didn't watch the documentary on Magnum TA that High Spots did. I think it was a Ford. I think it was driving around a Ford F50 or 250, F-150, 250 or something like that. Only thing electric on that thing was the thing that uh, lowered his scooter for him. That's it. And 10 times more over than the other guy is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, like when he came back with the hair, he had dropped a lot of muscle mass. Like I said, trimmed down a lot. See, he went sipping on that Minnesota water or whatever it is. It's good gosh. I mean, how many of those dudes from freaking Minnesota? You had both Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk. You had the Warlord. You had Nikita Koloff. You had uh, Barry Darso. Crusher Khrushchev, Demolition Smash. Um, I mean, Kurt Hennig was kind of big too, but he was small compared to those dudes. Rick Rude, he was jacked. Yeah, I think that's when he came back. I think he got kind of big again. Then when he after that feud ended, he kind of disappeared for a little bit. Then came back as trying to make amends with with Sting. Good Sting, I respect you. Oh God. Yeah, Nord. Yeah, Nord the Barbarian. I think Scott Norton as well. I think. But yeah, all those guys were just flipping jack. And see, like I said, didn't have to get piped in. I was already ready to chant that USA, USA. And friggin' Magnum TA that dude was over. That dude was going to be a world champion. And see, it's like a little move like that. It's like, okay, yes, I am, Magnum TA, big dude myself, but this is the powerful Russian machine, Russian nightmare. And I'm going when he kicks out of this, I'm going to make him look like freaking the most powerful man in the world because of what I did here. Not only did he kick out, he powered out. I don't know. I don't know if it's the water, the lots of protein in their diets or something. I don't know what it was. And for anybody, sits there and says, "Oh, boys," it's like even if you use steroids, you still gotta put that time in the gym, man. You gotta diet right. And yes, there's some in professional wrestling that kind of abuse steroids. We got that Magnum ball busted up here, but for this, it was more about looks and sometimes therapy. It helps. You got torn muscles and stuff like that. It helps it kind of heal up better. I think, and I'll agree with that. I think it was just all that money he was spending. Um, he didn't need to move an office in Dallas. He didn't need to do his Starrcade in Chicago. I mean, the real kicker was, you know, I mean that when Magnum had his accident, that was a real shot. You know, a, a huge blow. But and I thought it was cool that turned Nikita babyface. It told a good story there. But I'll say it again. I think when they brung Barry in, I think maybe Dusty should have dropped the TV title to Tully earlier than than this like one more time. Could have built it up like, hey, this would be my last shot at Ric Flair, uh, but I want to try to win it for Magnum. And they could have had this one, have Flair, have Dusty put Flair over. Yeah, that's a huge thing too. I mean, what I did watch that Crockett documentary, and when they asked Jim Crockett Jr. even said himself, like, "Look, if anybody's going to be to blame with everything, it is me. I was the president of the company. It was my company, and I let things go too far. I don't not sure what the last part was. I don't think it's word for word what he said, but he said it was me. I'm the one who should have you know probably reined Dusty back some. But now I'm kind of sitting here thinking, it kind of just popped in my head, and I'm thinking about it. I think if I was going to go back and if I was going to rebook it and everything, or was it be at the in Jimmy's ear, Jim Crockett's ear, I would say, okay, Dark 86, let Dusty Flair one more time. Even bill it that, Flair, Dusty one more time. Because Barry Windham had started back, and it's kind of too soon to put Barry in the main event at that time. I totally agree with that. Because at the time, a lot of people seen Barry. Last time people really seen Barry Windham was part of U.S. Express and WWF. They didn't, unless you lived in Florida or got the Florida TV, you didn't see a lot of Barry Windham. Now he's coming back in the national spotlight, TBS, Jim Crockett Promotions. I would have spent 87 pushing Barry Windham. Barry Windham, Ric Flair, Starrcade 87. Nah, Luger wasn't the guy. Luger wasn't the guy. They thought that he might be the guy. Because granted, I mean, dude was jacked to the gills. There was a time where he was okay. Again, he was a big guy. He's not going to give you the. Do you get it? Here we are talking about shit and see sunset flip. No, he's not. He wasn't a baby face. Now, I think Luger could have been your main heel. Luger probably could have been your main heel. Because let's face it, Barry and Luger had some good matches together. But yeah, I think they should have pushed Barry in '87. Maybe be the guy who beats Ric Flair. Because people did like Barry. And that's when if you was Jim Crockett, could have told Dusty Rhodes to say, all right, after Starcade 86, well, maybe you can wrestle as maybe a special attraction or something like that here and there. But you're gonna be a booker. You're gonna be a booker. You're not pushing yourself. We got plenty of people here you can push and stuff like that. Yeah, and Luger wasn't that guy. Would have Barry Windham been that guy? Maybe that era. Yeah, I mean he's can't get over how freaking jacked damn Nikita was at this point. But turning Nikita babyface, okay, I kind of dug. That was kind of cool. That told a cool story. I mean, he did. I don't think he could have brought Barry Windham as a special, um, uh, uh, what's it, mystery partner, and not the same build as Barry or as Magnum, but they kind of had somewhat the same look, the cowboy boots and all that stuff. I want to say he would have been like a copy of Magnum TA. No, not really, but I mean, but I mean, at that point, I mean, Sting had that special charisma and stuff like that, but he was a UWF guy at first. He was still green at the time when Crockett brought Sting in. I think they was going to put the belt on him. What late '89? And I mean, and Hogan looked like a freaking superhero. Big, jacked up dude. And that's the thing too. I mean, you also got to remember, you got to especially remember at this point, NWA always had a heel world champion. It was the baby faces always chasing the heel. WWF always had it rode on the babyface being world champion. I mean, you had your heels, sometimes transitional champions, but mostly it was the babyface, having to at least yearly reigns. And I mean, Roman Reigns is probably the first person in WWF/WWE history who was a heel and had a long reign as world champion or the main champion, whatever they want to call him. And Bobby, it's like, all right, fuck this. You're starting, Dennis. But yeah, like you said, Sting, he wasn't there. He wasn't ready yet. But people quickly fell in love with Sting. I think they did like overspend, trying to take over the world, and Crockett kept a better eye on the money. Holy shit! What the hell is freaking Animal doing leapfrogs and reverse leapfrogs? Freaking Animal, was 300 pounds at this time, I think. 290, 300, jack motherfucker. doing leapfrogs and reverse leapfrogs. Or was that Hawk that did that? That was Animal. I got like a little beach screen here. My man, I need to get. Dennis Contra's like, yep, I could be fancy too, but nope, I'm gonna eat me a big boot. Yeah, Cornet and Baby Doll. I always thought that was like the coolest fist drop. Poor Bobby's like, oh. See now, this is a cage match. We got the managers already in there, besides Paul Ellering. But again, this we're trying to keep wrestlers inside the ring. Nobody interfere. That means nobody's getting tables, cylinder blocks, chairs, syringes. It's a it's a wrestling match inside of a cage. But then again, you can use a cage. Cages cages part of the match now. That's it. Here we go. The Puppet 10, baby. This is this is Dusty's Marilyn Monroe right here, baby doll, baby. And it's like, fuck this. No, that bitch hits hard. And you know what? I mean, later on you'll see you might see Cornette throw a punch. God dang. Fucking Animal. What the hell's up with Animal this evening? The motherfuckers, I'm strong too. I remember seeing these matches, seeing snippets and pictures in magazines. Couldn't get enough. Now you can watch it on YouTube. Freaking yeah. YouTube's pretty good. If you follow that link, I forgot what the website's called. I forgot what the website's called off the top of my head. Honestly, I gotta tell you, it's called. It's called internetarchive.com. Now you're not gonna find all the like classic stuff, but uh, you can find like old issues of like the Wrestling Observer, some of them, and like read through them. But yeah, if if you see Cornette throw a punch, no, it's his punch. Bobby Eaton's punch kind of mimics Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett. It's like that Memphis. They all got that same Memphis punch. It's kind of like a like if you in the Georgia Indies and stuff like that. You can always tell who Azrael, former Lost Boy, trained because they all got that same Azrael punch, and he's probably got one of the best working punches. Uh oh. Yeah, I think that same website's got like some old wrestling magazines as well that you can kind of read through. Uh-oh. Okay, it is cage match, no disqualification, but damn it, don't push me around, big fucker. And you got, I mean, look, I mean, just look at this. I mean, even Bobby's like 6'1". He's pretty tall. Trust me, I stood right next to him to take a picture. He's freaking, you know, he's definitely not my height. Um, Trust me, I've seen some of these guys who are in AEW and WWE. They're almost about as tall as I am, or some of them I'm almost about as tall as they are. I think I almost want to say me and AJ Styles about the same height. But again, I mean, how good would the midnight? Even was Bobby and Dennis here. Randy and Dennis was good. And freaking Bobby knew how to fucking bump. And here comes the Hawk. Big power slam. And Hawk is freaking ripped at this point. Freaking Hawk throwing them drop kicks too. Oh, it's about to be pandemonium in here. Hey, keep speaking in this mic. I think a couple times I might have been talking like this, so hopefully it all went through. That baby doll, she's trying to pull Jimmy down. You got him down. Yeah, baby doll is pretty tall chick. I think she's about 6 foot. She's a tall chick. But I mean, even the guys who didn't weren't body guys in this era. At least she like Arn Anderson. At least he spent a little bit of time in the gym. Like if you had a shirt on, you stood next to him. You probably be like, oh, that's the one big fucker. If you're just like a normal. It, if I say I had like name a person, Adam Cole's physique or whatever, and I stood next to Arn Anderson at that time in his prime right here in '86. Well, probably not his absolute prime, but and I didn't know who Arn Anderson was. I'd be like, oh, that dude's pretty freaking big. Jim Cornette, you got knocked the fuck out. I don't think was it. Nah, this one wasn't the match where she dislocated his jaw. Nah, Jimmy's tall guy, but he was. I mean, he definitely wasn't a gym guy. He was a. God damn, I'm a double with cheese, extra mayo, extra onions, motherfucker. All right, here we go. So got the cage up. Didn't need to take it back. Well, of course, didn't have to take it back down. Dusty in there. The bull of the woods, if you will. Here comes the nature boy. All right, brother. Get through this match and get some kamikazes on me, brother. Woo! This is way before he was crapping himself. But nah, I mean, this is definitely prime Ric Flair. That robe was uh, put together by Olivia Walker, the wife of Mr. Wrestling 2, Johnny Walker. I don't think it's. And see, this is something you don't really get now. It's a simple formula that always works. I mean, go all the way back to like Bruno, uh, Buddy Rogers, Luthez Buddy Rogers. You got here Dusty, Flair. In the '90s, Rock, Austin. You had the man of the people, the blue collar guy, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Bruno Sammartino, Luthez, blue collar guys going against the blind or the rich, snobby, elitist heel, Ric Flair. I met. He said it best. I, my shoes cost more than your house. That was a promo. That was a line of his, Ric Flair's, and he was a heel. He was a rich heel, and people hated him. You got the blue collar guy like a Dusty Rhodes. It's a formula that always worked, and I just don't see that today. Nowhere. I mean, I don't know if it's. And don't say that dude in AEW. Fuck him. He drives a fucking electric truck. I was definitely a Dusty guy back in the day. Went to the Omni back in the day. Out of all the shirts we could have got, Ricky got a Dusty shirt, and I got a Superpower shirt. Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to like Dusty Rhodes, the performer. And it's not a bad pick. I might want to pick the Road Warriors just to be different. It's like, okay, Ricky got Dusty, Jo- Joe got Dusty. I'd probably gotten the Road Warriors. I dug the Road Warriors. And of course, the theme, one of the things we always talk about, look how great, what, what kind of shape these people were in back in the day. Look how, what great shape Flair is at this point. And cardio, I mean, including cardio. Yeah, I dug it when Nikita came out and was the tag team partner of Dusty Rhodes after Magnum's accident. Yeah, before he went. Yeah, but yeah, part of that was old age too. Because I mean, go back in '92 when he was in WWF. He was in pretty good shape at that time too. Before you know, he was Scott Simpson from Minnesota. No, he could have still been. I mean, like I said, that's another thing. All those Minnesota people known for. All those Minnesota people we mentioned. It's like none of those guys wouldn't fight you. Language. Oh yeah, yeah. All your main event guys they made or made a big deal of. Yeah, because you seen Dusty on covers, you seen Flair on Mania covers, of course Hogan on Mania covers at the time. Savage, but I don't know who Eddie Elner was, but I got that name right. I'm not even sure if he was a real person, but by God, I don't think he cared for Dusty one. At least in his articles in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, I remember he always gave Dusty a hard time. I get, And I guess at the time, if we actually looked at the credits and seen the executive producer, Virgil Runnels Jr., and knew that Virgil Runnels was Dusty Rhodes' real name, and be like, "Hey, why is he the executive producer?" And oh, here we go. Camera out of the way. Dusty with his face covered. Well, I mean, Andre was like the ultimate, probably the one. I mean, obviously because of his stature. I mean, he was a giant, but definitely the guy who didn't need a belt, drew money, just they had to, probably wrestle a territory a month, different territory a month. Because I mean, for a couple weeks, but still made shitload of money. Made promoters a shitload of money. And Tommy Rich, probably the first. I want to say the first, but that one true white meat baby face that I guess really the nation really got to see because he was a huge star for Channel 17, Georgia Championship Wrestling. Sometimes will be a heel in Memphis, even when he was a babyface in Georgia. Ric Flair, methodical, make sure everything looks smooth, everything's on point, make it look like, damn it, I'm really hurting this motherfucker. But technically sounding. Now it's time to go to school, time to work on that leg. And if Tony Schiavone was commentating at this point, he'd be like, remember, Dusty had that broken leg. The Horseman broke that same leg. The Horseman broke that same leg. Now Ric Flair is working on it. And, I mean, Dusty knew when to sell. He knew how to make comebacks. I mean, and I give Sami Zayn a hard time. He goes from here to here and nothing in between. You notice just about all the baby faces on this card night knew how to go from here and to here, then here, registered pain, registered get punched in the face, then here, here, then way back here to go home. And here we go. Figure four, that's going to be it. Well, Dusty Rhodes, give it up. Only two ways to get out of this one: either turn it over or get to the ropes. And Dusty Rhodes' head is in a crimson mask. The American Dream is in that figure four. Ric Flair, a master of the figure four. I don't even sound like Gordon right there. I sound like some kind of 50s radio DJ. Again, I pinpoint this. This is before the tap out thing was going on. You had to say, "Hey, I give," or pass out from the pain, get counted out. By a 3 count, God, man, that shit pissed me off on Crown Jewel or, not Crown Jewel, but, um, what the fuck was that paper? Night of Champions. And so, yeah, this is a cage match. Like I said, a wrestling match in the cage. Uh, yes, they do use the cage as a weapon, but it was still a wrestling match in a cage. Rope break, stuff like that. Things that add a little bit to the mystique instead of just going out at it and no selling shit and bringing in chairs, tables, cylinder blocks, syringes, kitchen sinks. Now, this right here is a solid wrestling match that just so happens take place in a cage, and player use that cage as a weapon. Player took a little too much time there. Dusty caught him with a clothesline, 2 count, put on the rope. Yeah, I think if I had my independent territory, this is why this is how I would do the same thing in my cage matches. Like, look, and kind of re-educate my fans. Like, hey, we've had too much, problems, people interfering in matches and stuff like that. We're gonna keep it one on one in cage. It's a wrestling match. It's out of a cage. Same rules applies. And you see Dusty there, limping, selling that leg. Hey, he stomped on it, put me in that figure four. Still hunting. It's still hunting the dream, baby. It's time to make my comeback. And bust open red face, pretty face, if you will. Not as pretty as mine, but exactly. It's like, what's the point of keeping the match between the participants if you're just gonna walk out or climb over, get a table, or have somebody else throw a table to you, or chair, or kitchen sink, baby stroller, kendo sticks. Like that, now I'm gonna work on your leg, baby. Work on your leg, if you will. And the way they did it too is, pinfall submission in a cage. You don't win by escape. I never, some reason I didn't never did like that. I didn't really like it when WWF did it. The escape in the cage. Now, I had a couple friends. I know a couple people actually. I think my brother or sister-in-law at the time, or his wife at the time, went where Flair and Garvin had a match in the cage, and Garvin literally pulled down Flair's trunks, think exposing everything. And now it's time for that to get healed, if you will. Make you bleed, baby. Oops, I missed. I missed you, big dummy. But yeah, there's like an infamous cage match at the Omni where Garvin pulled down Flair's trunk. I think it like I said, exposed a little bit more than Flair's backside. Oh, here comes Flair Dusty with the figure four. And this will be a big slap in the face for Ric Flair, losing to his own hold. Like I said, right, let's see, 80, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Man, Flair was fucking nobody can have Ric Flair couldn't have a bad match from anybody. You know, Garvin, Magnum, Flair, or Dusty, Morton, Gibson, both were Road Warriors. Later on, uh, Sting, Lex Luger. I mean, I think when Steamboat came in, it's like, all right, I know I can have great matches here and not have to work half as hard because I'll have Steamboat and or I won't have to do as much to put I won't have to work as hard to have a great match because Steamboat knows how to have good matches with anybody as well. There's like, all right, Dusty, get your freaking nuts out of my face. I don't play that, Dusty. You're not gonna see that too many times. Dusty or Flair actually hitting a move off the top rope. It usually gets thrown off at that point. Inside cradle. One, two. And that's it. 3 time. Oops, I forgot to change this. Fans pop. Everybody's happy. Here comes other wrestlers coming out to congratulate them. And that was fair square, clean pin. But see, the only time you got to see stuff like this was you bought a ticket. Now and then you'll see a TV title, sometimes a World Tag Team title change on TV, but it'll be because he'll cheat or something like that. But yeah, great pop. People love Dusty. People want to. I mean, it's at this point, people dying to see a title change. Hear the crowd chant. I mean, that's not like I said. I'll emphasize again. This is not freaking pipe. This ain't piped in noise through the speakers. This is fans chanting "Dusty, Dusty." And there's David Allan Coe. Is that David Allan Coe? Oh yeah. There's it's the main man, his best friend, if you will. Man MTA to congratulate him, give a big old hug. Yeah, that is David Allan Coe. Dusty get the and this will be the third and final reign of Dusty Rhodes of being a world champion. Yep, that is David Allan Coe. That was all that I can do. Keep from crying. Sometimes oh, you do. I don't know all the words of the song. Ricky and Robert, of course. And of course, we didn't know this happened until what? Well, Saturday afternoon, I think. I think when I watched NWA Pro, they highlighted it, and the TBS at the time they showed it. I get the fuck out. Thank you. Good evening. I get the fuck out. Whew. No botches here. Well, except on my part, I've got to keep the. Yeah, I think it's I think this is the part where they was starting to get together, and I think the same year, yeah, same year that they got married. But yeah, man, and this, like I said, this area right here, just about anything. Like I said, from 85 to 88 at least, this I pop for it every time, whether it be Crockett, NWA, um, Continental, Memphis, some of World Class, especially UWF, Mid South. But yeah, pretty they some had some awesome shows. And like I said, I mean, if I like I said, if I had my own like independent territory because I ain't got $1 billion or I don't have a relative or parent with $1 billion. Um, I kinda this is kind of stuff they need to teach these these wrestling schools around. I believe, and I get back to something like. I mean, granted, WWE does pretty good storytelling, but they do a lot of their storytelling through interviews. And like I said, like I said, that formula of blue collar, just a straight up blue collar guy gets a snobby, rich, elitist heel. The combination always, I don't know what it is. Kind of entertainment though. I mean, don't want to get on that soapbox. I mean, how is a normal person supposed to relate to a Hollywood writer not trying to sell his show or some artiste struggling? Like, well, not artists, but some of us blue collar people are struggling, and that's the majority of us. Majority of like I say blue collar, but that's was just representing like average American people or just average people around the world. Ric Flair, uh, he was at like I said the rich dude born with a silver spoon in his mouth type Rick. People like seeing his ass kicked. Uh, well, anyway, uh, so that was kind of a pretty long show. We'll say anybody who joined. Oh yeah, I mean, uh, a lot of it was, hey, I mean, when he's, one of the reasons he said he came, even to Cody's credit, even in like quote unquote shooter reviews, whatever, or off, not storyline at the Stone Cold podcast, um, Cody pointed out, he pointed to one of the world championship belt. He said, I came back for that. I can so even doing that elevated his story, no pun intended, elevated that storyline until, you know, and the biggest kicker was, hey, he got robbed on the first Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes WrestleMania. He got cheated out of it. He was within a cut here fucking winning it and freaking got screwed out. So now then when it came about, you had, I mean, it's kind of, well, I mean, they're both kind of family, but the people who had a strong hold on the WWF or WWE, excuse me, was, The Rock and Roman Reigns being Rock's cousin, stuff like that. This is what we're gonna do. We don't have this, no. We don't have The Rock versus Roman. No. This is my night. I won the match. I call my shot. I pointed at Roman. I want Roman. Not word for word what he said, but this was the reason he came back to. He had his own company. He was one of the VPs or whatever, EVPs of the company that he helped start it. He left it for whatever reason. I got my theories, but I think I mentioned some of my theories before. Not gonna talk about it tonight, but um, uh, he dropped that, came here, and like I said, he was a people's choice. People didn't want to see Rock and Roman. They want to see Cody finish the story. That's what I mean. Like I said, that's what made it popular. And I mean, not to digress about Cody and stuff like that, but um, I think at this point, I don't think really Cody needs the belt to be over. Uh, but he is a nice merch seller and stuff like that. Again, you kind of gotta watch when you hear the noise. You kind of gotta watch the crowd. I tried to. I'm trying to do better at that, but sometimes I catch it. Sometimes I don't. I gotta kind of watch the crowd. Cameras pan the crowd, and then hear the noise. It's like sometimes it don't match. The exciting noise, but the people don't look too excited. Uh, but take that for what you will. But anyway, yeah, I think I want to call it a nice night. It is getting late. I've had actually a rough couple of weeks. I'm ready for this 3-day weekend. I think I'm gonna get lots of sleep tomorrow. Um, maybe a little bit on Saturday. Sunday, I gotta kick it in gear, get things ready, do another work week. Uh, actually, we'll be home next week. The week after that, it's Rockmart, Georgia. Then September is going to be um, Valdosta, Georgia, Backshaft, Georgia, hanging out with the Nats. But anyway, that's enough about me. Like I said, appreciate everybody joining me in the chat. Appreciate you folks who watch me. Hey, if you uh, didn't watch this live, but you're watching this, uh, replay or whatever you want to call it, hey, hit me up in the comments. Also, help your boy out. Click that thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber yet, hey, be a subscriber. Other than that, uh, everybody have a safe weekend. First and foremost, have fun, but be safe. Uh, have fun with the firecrackers. Uh, don't drink and drive. Cops are going to be out. Watch your speed, and just have fun and have a happy Independence Day. Take it easy. Have a good one. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now, don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.